even in this bill dealing with hormonal contraceptives, that we could have some stronger language involved to protect the life of the unborn. And again, I do realize that this legislation in and of itself, that's not a topic.
In Missouri, they introduced a bill that would protect access to contraception for women. Contraceptives like hormonal birth control that many, many women use today. And wouldn't you know it, they turned it into a conversation somehow about abortion. Representative Seitz of Missouri is concerned that if this bill is implemented to protect access to contraceptives, that this is a snowball effect heading back towards Roe v. Wade. And he states his concern about somehow a bill about contraceptives leading to abortion. So I ask, can you make it make sense?
But due to the times in which we live and the Supreme Court ruling and what some other states are doing to bring back Roe v. Wade in a different form and under a different name, I'm very trepidatious to open the doors to the possibility that any legislation could involve the murder of a child in the womb. I want to make sure that we do protect the infant in the womb should this bill become a trigger bill if Roe v. Wade in a different form comes back through initiative petition. I want to make sure that this amendment is strong enough, and maybe we can have a discussion on that, to protect what could be happening in the future that has nothing to do with the current legislation. This legislation does not cover that or talk about it, but in the strange times in which we live, something could be coming back that is no longer in the Missouri Constitution. So I'd just like to really prayerfully consider this amendment and wonder if it is strong enough should this piece of legislation be a Trojan horse, so to speak, with what's happening in the current political sphere.
Trepidatious? Shut up. Shut the up. Oh, I'm feeling quite trepidatious. There's no need. There is no need. He is right. These are strange times indeed, although I think I'm on the opposite end of the strange spectrum from him. We live in strange times because women want their rights back and their bodily autonomy back. To him. We live in strange times to me because I'm being treated like livestock. Think that's a crazy comparison? It's not, because another representative who used to be a veterinarian compared women to livestock or pets in a conversation about whether or not abortion is healthcare.
The question is whether abortion is healthcare. And if you believe that a fetus is a human life, then abortion is not healthcare. You know, in my veterinary career, I did thousands of ultrasounds on animals, you know, determining pregnancy and that kind of thing. So I think I know mammalian fetal development better than probably anyone here. And in my mind, there's absolutely no question that's a life. And I think the science backs me up on that. But this is really a moral question, and I recognize that not everybody's that's in here is going to agree with me. And if I had the oratorical skills of Lincoln, I still wouldn't change a single mind over there.
I'm sorry, maybe it's just a personal preference, but I don't think any sentence in a discussion about women's reproductive health care should begin with, well, when I was a veterinarian, you wouldn't change a single mind, because no matter how you spin it, it is still a horrible comparison. Not to mention, being a veterinarian in no way gives you an authority to speak on women's reproductive health. I think he should have a plumber do his colonoscopy and then get back to me on equating completely different career paths. And I know there's people out there making the arguments about, well, this is state by state, and if you don't like, you know, the abortion laws in your state, you're free to go to a more liberal state, which is a garbage answer, by the way. There are many, many, many reasons and considerations why someone would stay in a state or move to a state, and that is just, you should be able to live in the state you want to live in without having to be afraid that your reproductive rights are going to be taken away.
What do you think is going to happen with Donald Trump getting back some of the women who left last time and the hurdles that the change in reproductive rights and those laws have put into play?
Sure. I don't think women want to be lied to. I think he brings transparency to the table. I mean, local leadership is what came out of the Supreme Court decision. Here in New Hampshire, we came up with something that worked for the voters here in our state. It's not necessarily going to be the state throughout the country, but I think that's part of the beauty of that decision is that if you are not comfortable with local decisions made in your state, you can move out. Same with taxes and other local issues too. You know, you can obviously move to different areas in the country, you know, based off if you want to be in an area that provides a certain opportunity that maybe you can't get in your home state.
You see, officer, he said how he was going to murder me. He was transparent about it before he made the attempt, which I respected and appreciated. And if I didn't want to be murdered, I could just not live here. I can see how this is on me and it's my responsibility. Just let women have rights. Let us have our rights. Jesus, why is it a debate? Every day I see stuff like this and I wonder to myself, why is this even up for debate? But we live in the world we live in. And I have to make the points I have to make because someone out there, one person will see this video and it will click and they will go, oh my God, women aren't livestock. And so this is my way of contributing towards the greater good, despite the fact that I think it's ridiculous that I have to contribute to this topic at all. Thank you for watching. Give women their rights back. And if you want to check out content where I'm not talking about news and I'm not angry all the time, you can check out my personal YouTube page at Bad Gamer Wyatt. And until then, I will see you in the next video. Thank you.